your boy Kenny with Jdm Muscle. We're back in front of the 350Z, and if you know me, I love modding stuff as much as I hate working on everything. I love working on everything, which makes no sense, but I hate when we're in line. Now, we've got the dual boys on the back, but it's quiet, guys. It's got cats. It's got all that garbage, so that's right. We are taking out and going catless downpipes. I've had this similar brand on before on my old pink 350Z. It is now going on the shared 350Z. That way we can get rid of those heavy cats, get rid of a couple things, and we can add some growl. I think it should add a nice tone on top of the dual exhaust. So this is what the next project is gonna be. I'm gonna be honest, guys, it is an easy, pretty straightforward install, but at the same time, it's quite the pain in the butt. So from the top, there is only 3 bolts. 2 of them you can reach from the top. 1 is actually going to be reached from the bottom of the car. For the most part, you are going to need some crazy extensions. I'm talking 2 to 3 feet. I know it seems wild, but if you feed them through the engine bay, you can make it to them. I keep the sensors hooked up. I just unplug them. And then, of course, these 2. Now, on my car, these bottom 2 going to the Y pipe, unfortunately, the bolts are so stripped, I'm just going to keep that part on. A little bit farther down the Y, I'm going to remove those 2 because I've had those off. And then once it's off car, I'm just going to grind those tips off and take it off that way. So I've already gone ahead. Why don't you follow me around and I'll kind of show you a little bit of where we're at. I'm not going to show underneath the car right away because it is just a mess. And this isn't a full, I guess, install video. I just kind of want to show you. So this, guys, I know it's wild, but there are ways to feed it all the way through. You'll make it all the way to the pipe, and then you can break them free. I did have to use a breaker bar on a couple just to help loosen them up. Otherwise, easiest thing is always grab a gun, just hold on tight, and of course it just zips them right off. So that's kind of what I found was the easiest thing. There was 1 bolt that is stuck behind the steering shaft. I did have to get underneath and just kind of brute force that one. So it's going to be 3 on the top, and then from underneath you've got your sensors. If it's still pretty stock, you're going to have your stock bracket holding everything on. I'll probably add a little bit of clip right there. I do have a sound clip with the stocks on, and we're going to do a sound clip afterwards without. Otherwise, guys, let's kind of get through. This will be kind of a fun video and short. So let's get this thing loud. I know I'm upside down and shit, but as you can see, I've got the sensors unhooked. I'm going to pull the sensors with it. They go right up there. Otherwise, we're going to be pulling these off. This is what we're trying to get to. Like I said, my Y is stuck, so I just pulled it farther down here from the Y. So we're just going to pull it all in one piece, and then I'll just pull the Y off, and then we'll put it all back together. Otherwise, from here, like I said, we're having to reach up inside there. But with everything being unhooked right now, I'm going to try to pull everything off without, I guess, crushing myself. I'm going to try to stay out of the way a little bit. Hardest part is that they're still kind of just... What a pain in the butt. Let's see. Okay, you're almost off, so that means both sides should be pretty close. Okay, I can feel the space, so that means this one's just about off. Wish I had the car up a little bit higher. One side off. She's a little heavy having all of it, but when you're flexible and old, we try our best. All right, well, the good news is I've got all of one side off, guys. I just have to go to the other side. And I do have it. Guys, so officially everything is off. As you can see, things that I'm going to need to do, I just need to take these off. Should be a lot easier with it being off the car because this is what we're replacing. We'll have to pull the O2 sensors, put them onto the new pieces, and then I'm going to put the Y back onto the car, and we'll put those on separately. So let's
remove these 4 bolts and swap the new ones.
Stock pipes are officially off. You can see side-by-side comparison. These are easily 10 to 12 pounds. 10 to 12 pounds, maybe 3-4 pounds at most. So saving at least, we'll say at least 10 pounds here, 10 pounds here, even if we throw it low side 8 and 8. We've got 16 to 20 pounds saved coming from there, getting rid of those heavy cats. I know some people that will actually purchase these for $200 to $300, which is more than I paid for the kit. I actually got them from a buddy, Mason. He did hook me up $100 for these. So hell yeah, shout out to Mason. Thank you for those. Otherwise, let's get these on. So I'm actually going to get under the car. Easiest thing I found out to do is put these bungs into the sensors, the sensors into the bungs. That way they're on the car. Put these onto the car first by starting with the top 3 on each side. Once those are onto the car, we can then start to put the Y and everything else on from there. So from here, guys, let's put sensors in, put each one of these onto the car, and that's basically it. Let's just put it back together. So it is officially done. We're back out of the air. It's down off the jack stands. And I'm not gonna lie, once you get everything apart, putting it back together, as long as you have somebody to help, I was actually doing it myself. So balancing everything is a little bit hard just because everything's a little wide. And the new ones don't come with the actual, I guess one of the bolts hanging out, whatever you want to say. So with that being said, if you have another hand, it'll make it pretty easy. Either way you can do it. Just tighten everything up. They are super heavy and clumsy for the stock ones, so I'm super excited to have these off just because they don't flow worth shit. Really, you should do headers too, but I'm pretty excited. So let's cold start this, and I hope it sounds a little better, especially for the work you put in. So as you can tell, it's already louder. I can tell I'm already happier. It's got that typical 350Z drone sound to it. If you've ever rode in a Z, it just kind of drones out on the highway. That's kind of what it has, which is good. I do like that. So, let's let them trumpets blare. As soon as it warms up a little bit, we'll step back and we'll rev that shit up and see how it sounds. That's crispy too. Holy fuck.